Welcome back to A Glittery Life. Okay, so I am really excited about today's video because, as you may have heard in the cyber webs, that Wayne Goss is re-releasing his anniversary set. So this is the Wayne Goss Anniversary Set Volume 2, and there have been some changes, and I'm here to show you your first look at the Volume 2, the new Wayne Goss set, and your first look at some of the changes. So as always, I'm going to link that early access for Beautylish down below. You know, it's really hard to tell what sells out nowadays and what doesn't sell out, but I always tell people, get on the early access list. That's the best way that you can guarantee that you're going to have the opportunity to purchase these if you want to. And it's really hard to ever tell when the restock's going to happen. Is there going to be a restock? I don't have that kind of information, but these brushes do launch on Wednesday, February 7th, which is right around the corner, and it's not too late to get on that early access list. As you guys know, Beautylish will ship these out to you for free, and generally with new launches, they expedite the shipping, so you're gonna get them really quickly. Even if they don't expedite it, it's usually like a 2-day shipping thing with Beautylish is what I've noticed. You guys know that's my favorite retailer. It's my favorite place to shop. And if you haven't seen my recent video, which is my Beautylish Lucky Bag XL unboxing, I will link that in a card right up here for you, and check it out. Okay, so let's talk about if you're new to Wayne Goss, if you're new to his brushes, you may or may not know that they are made in Japan. They are artisan brushes, and it takes 20 people to make one brush. So it's quite a process. The price tag reflects that. If you're looking at these and you're used to buying Morphe brushes, or you're even used to buying MAC brushes, they've got a much lower price point. But these are a Japanese foodie brush, and foodie is a style of brush that is made exclusively in Japan. So Wayne is the only person that's designing these. He has all the input and all the say in the makeup of the brushes, and then they're all handcrafted. So, and sometimes people are like, why would I want a handcrafted brush? Why would I want a natural hair brush, like when synthetic just seems to do fine? Or why would I want to spend so much money on a brush? And once you use a luxury brush, you realize that that brush actually does the work for you. So, you know, I am ride or die Wayne Goss brushes. I've been using these since they launched. And then there's another company that I talk about a lot that I really love, which is Smith Cosmetics. So they are very different types of brushes, and I use them for different reasons and for different purposes. But today is all about Wayne. And let's talk about the #1 brush. So he's brought back that bigger shape. The last anniversary set had that smaller shape for the foundation brush, and he's come back to that larger buffing brush. And I don't have a preference on which one I like better. I like them both for different reasons. There's a couple changes that I've noticed in his anniversary set 2.0, and that the handles are actually smaller. I would say they're probably about, maybe like a ½ an inch shorter than the last anniversary collection. So you'll notice that little change as well. One of the other major changes, and you can't tell with this brush, you'll see in a second, is that the whole collection is made from white brush hair instead of the black hair. This is an example of the #2 brush from the original, or the anniversary set volume 1. So I'll show some differences in a second, but the #1 brush is really your perfecting airbrush foundation brush. This is going to give you that really poreless result. You can use it for liquids, creams, powders. You could spray like the Dior. I'll spray the Dior right on here and buff it in. And the best I've noticed for the best poreless application with this brush is that you're actually going to push the product in and buff, push and buff, push and buff, and you'll get the best result, I think, with this one. So I do like this. I like that he's come back with the big one. I just feel like it's a little faster than the small one, but I liked the small one in the last collection for precision foundation and concealing, other things like that. So then #2 is really his like Swiss Army knife, and you can see the difference kind of in the length there as well. So look at this beautiful white hair. Oh, it's so pretty. So, so pretty. Once again, these are going to be blue squirrel and goat. I'm not sure the breakdown of what for these brushes, but I assure you that we can find that information somewhere online. The other thing too about the anniversary set is it always has the Wayne Goss embossed in pink with the number, which I like. His normal brushes, let's find one normally, can't see right now with my lighting. So this is sort of like a very light white. You can't even really see it on this one. This one I've had for quite a while. This is from the original eye set. And it has been rolling around in my collection for quite a while. But then you can see on, this is the updated, this is the new eye set where he's done them in white and then has the white embossed logo. So basically this is your Swiss Army knife, your multitasker. This is great for powdering. It's great for under eye concealing. You can use it for a really precision sculpting. You can do a highlight. You could turn it on its end for like, and kind of like use it flat as a buffing blush brush. So this is sort of one of those that you can do anything you want with, which I think is kind of nice to have a brush like that in your collection. Number 3 is just your typical like beautiful Wayne Goss signature crease brush. And this is going to give you that nice like color sweep all over the lid. This is going to diffuse product and like actually like move product really well. But it's also because of this nice fine point to it, you can do some really great precision like crease work, which I appreciate about this brush. And then number 4 is, you can see it's the petite version of number 3. And number 4 is definitely for that like smaller eye, more of that hooded eye, where you just don't have, like you don't have a lot of space that you're trying to diffuse that eyeshadow in. And this one is also then for anybody is going to be your really nice precision crease, just to do that detailed crease work. And for my eye shape, number 4 is suited best for that crease work, but I actually love number 3 for laying product down at the beginning and just getting a nice like kind of like finished lid, if that makes sense to you. Number 5 is probably one of the brushes that I use the most. I have the anniversary set in my pro kit as well. And number 5 is that tiny little pencil crease. It's a little baby. And this is perfect for that under eye and really kind of just diffusing product and diffusing shadow on that under eye to define that lower lash line. And then also too, I love using this brush to create that shape, to bring that eye up. I got so much long bangs right now, but it's so beautiful to like work in this outer corner right here, creating a shape and then actually blending it along that lash line or blending into the crease. You can really do a lot with a brush like this. This is one of those brushes that I think professionally I actually cannot live without. So number 6 is just one of those like perfect blenders. This is a brush that I actually never dip in product. This is a brush that I always work with clean because it's your perfect shadow blending brush. It just softens that upper line. It softens everything. This is one of those brushes that I always think when I see people that don't have their eyeshadow blended that they need a number 6 in their life just to really kind of like soften and blend everything for that like real seamless like application. So this is a really nice brush, but like I said, I don't actually ever use it dipped in product. I really use it clean most often is how I work with that one. Now let's talk about the new number 7. This is a completely redesigned brush, completely different than the old number 7. So for sake of comparison, the old number 7 is a tiny, tiny little flat brush that is amazing for a lip brush. It is the perfect kind of like shape for lip brush and lip detail work. And that's really mostly what I use it for, especially in my pro kit. I don't use it a ton for eyes. Sometimes I'll use it to smoke out that outer corner because I like it for that. But the new number 7 is a flat packing lid brush. And this is the ideal brush working with cream eyeshadow products, which I'm a huge cream eyeshadow fan. In fact, that's all I've been wearing recently is like today I have just the Givenchy, this is their Ombre Couture in Rose. something. Just their cream. I cannot stop wearing this. I've been wearing this every day, and this is a great brush for that. I just use my finger, but this is also a great brush for like the Natasha Denona chroma crystals. Once again, I use my finger, but a brush like this is perfect for packing those on the lid for really precise. When you use a finger with like these chroma crystals, you're not getting quite the precise like placement that you would be able to get with like a flat packing brush like this. This kind of brush is also fantastic for a loose pigment. A little bit of Fix Plus sprayed on this, dipped into a pigment, and you're gonna be able to really get a precisely packed, like pigmented lid. And you guys know I love working with loose pigments and I like working with creams, so I can easily tell that this is gonna be a brush that I will gravitate towards and use a lot, but very different from the old one. And then number 7 is the other really big change. Two things that are significantly different about this brush. One is just the size. This is a push liner brush, and when Wayne made the original 7, I thought I had like died and gone to brush heaven, because I'd never seen a tiny push liner brush like this, which is the perfect tight lining brush. And remember, tight lining is that you're pushing that product, you're pushing that liner or that shadow. I just poked myself in the eye, that was cute. You're pushing that right at the base of the lashes, underneath the lashes, and you're really just doing that to like intensify and deepen that lash line. These bangs have got to get cut, sorry y'all. Don't comment about them in the comments. I know they're long. I've been busy. So this is also just one of those great brushes for taking a gel liner and just getting that perfect line on the top of the lash line. But he's turned it into a larger push brush. Now, this is not a brush that I would use as a liner brush. First off, it's very dense, which is nice. It's not wobbly, so you could use it as a liner brush. I just have ones that I like better. I have a style, a technique that I like better than one like this. But this, first off, this is synthetic. I think this is Wayne's very first synthetic brush. In fact, I know it is his first synthetic brush. And my favorite thing to do with a push liner brush like this is to create your outer corner, basically stamping that shadow onto that outer corner to bring that up sweep. And then you can flick it. As you're flicking it, it blends that outer corner into a perfectly blended shape. So I love this. I also like a brush like this for really intensifying that outer corner and packing on shadow at that outer corner. And then same thing, you can go back in and diffuse it if you want to with like this little pencil brush like the number 5. But it's really exciting that he's done a couple new shapes, because I do feel like the line, I feel like these are important shapes for a brush, for brushes. And I don't think that we quite had anything like this. And number 6 has got some give to it, which is going to be a nice, like, it'll be really nice for placing that. You could also actually do a lot of concealing with this number 6 brush, like your spot concealing, because you could work it more like a paddle brush. But this one's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what you guys think about the new number 7, or sorry, the new number 8. So that's the new anniversary set volume 2.0, and my initial kind of like thoughts and kind of how you use them. I think they're so beautiful. I love the white brush hair. I think probably like just being like, it just reminds me of the classic makeup brushes that I started out with and that I've used like for years in my career. So I love that black handle and I love that white brush hair. So well done, Wayne. I think you have created something really beautiful for us again. And like I said, important to get on that early access list, because then you'll get notified when it does launch and you have the best shot at getting it. And if you're new, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and check and see if you're still subscribed. I know that YouTube has unsubscribed me from some of my favorite channels, so I've had to resubscribe. So it is possible that you have been unsubscribed from this channel, which is devastating. So go ahead and click that subscribe button either way, and leave me a comment about what you think about this brush set. And just a reminder, if you've stumbled across this video and you haven't watched any of my videos before, or you're new here, your shitty comments are not tolerated. So just don't even waste your time. There's plenty of channels that don't clap back. I'm not that girl. You wouldn't say that to me in person, so don't leave it in my comments unless you want a problem with me. So I always appreciate your awesome comments, but I think that it's always important to remind you that we play nice around here, and if you can't roll like that, you don't get to play here. So thanks again so much for watching, and let me know what you think about these brushes and what kind of videos you want to see next. You guys have asked for my best of 2017, so you're getting it. I'm gonna do it, better late than never. I know it's February, but I'm gonna film it for you, for my loyal ride or dies who want to know. Thanks, you guys. See you next time.